Today I'm going to be reviewing the Harbor Freight Pittsburgh brand tap sets. They have both a metric and US customary tap and die set. It's about $85 a piece. So let's kind of go through what they provide and kind of check out how these systems work. Let's start with the US customary taps. They provide you with sizes from 1/4 inch up to 1 inch in coarse thread, and the fine thread is over here. They also give you 2 different tap wrenches. The baby tap wrench will work with the 1/4 inch and the 5/16 taps, and anything larger than that you will have to use this massive tap wrench, which will be very handy to have for the 3/4 and 1 inch, but maybe a little bit oversized for the 3/8. Now the dies have a little interesting insert that allows you to use the smaller diameter dies, and it's just this little collar. This collar needs to be used with anything smaller than the 3/4 tap, and it has these 3 holes in it, which are just a little bit bigger than the diameter of these screws. So the screw goes the whole way through that collar. An interesting feature that these dies have is this slit that goes the whole way through it. Now, on most of the other dies that I've seen, there might be a little slit, but it doesn't go the whole way through. And these little divots are for locking rotation with a screw on that one. Now, my only thought to the purpose of that slit is so that when you tighten down the center screw, it would cause the die to expand just a little bit and tighten into. So maybe what you should do is tighten the outer 2 first, and then whenever you tighten the center one, it will press the 2 divots into those screws. It's a thought. I'm not sure I like the idea of the die changing diameter, but it would be a very, very slight thing, and on these larger dies, I don't think that would be a problem at all, but kind of interesting. And both sets come with a small flathead screwdriver for tightening those screws. And we can take out the adapter collar and put in one of the larger size dies. The die is great for cutting new threads, as well as cleaning, reshaping damaged threads. And the same is true about the taps. They can cut new threads or clean up threaded holes. It's a titanium nitride coating. It's an extremely thin coating, but it's very, very hard. It is, I believe, around 80 on the Rockwell C, extremely hard. And that will improve the life of the tool, and it will allow it to cut harder materials, or also just generally improve the life so that it will last longer. That's pretty amazing that they would offer a lifetime warranty on the taps and dies. If you were to break one, you could take it in and they would replace it. Typically, I would be skeptical of the lifetime warranty, but I've taken in many different tools, and each time they have honored the lifetime warranty, so it really seems like they are serious when they put that on there. This whole set is $85, and that's pretty amazing considering that each one of these, to be conservative, would cost about $15. Obviously, depends on the size, and so you could see how that would add up quickly for the taps and the dies and the wrenches. Now, these Harbor Freight taps do work. This is a 1032 that we've been using for well over 10 years, and aside from a little bit of oxidation, it's still holding up great, and we use that one all the time. Now these taps work, and it's really great to have your bases covered in the different sizes. Now if you were going to be using one particular size a lot of times in a production environment, then you could buy a specialty tap for that one size that is much sharper, or carbide, or has maybe it's a spiral tap or something like that. But just to have all the different sizes is a great place to start, and these taps will do their job. Now this is a reasonable price for having such a large range of different sizes, and boy, they come in handy all the time. Just the other day I had to clean up one of my lug nuts and was able to use one of the dies, so great to have. Now because these open up like this, it's important that all of the taps and dies and all the other stuff is seated well in their slots, because the last thing that you want to have happen is have one of them be, something like that, to where the case won't close. So, and some of the stuff fits pretty snugly, and some of it would be better if it was a little bit tighter. This one actually is going to be a problem. Seems like closing it from this side works pretty well. The taps move a bit, but they stay anchored, so we'll see how this one works. Pretty good. Don't have that problem over here. Well, that's a quick look at the Harbor Freight 45-piece tap and die set. Thanks for watching.